Hi, guys. Welcome to the Human and the Machine crypto channel, where we talk to the teams developing some of the hottest and newest services in the DeFi space around the world. With me, my co host, Hikaru, aka The Machine, a crypto junkie with a golden brain.
And this is T, just a simple human keeping up with the crazy world of crypto.
And every day I do it better. Anyway, so just a quick reminder, if you like our content, please make sure that you like it, you share it, or even better, subscribe to our channel. Anyway, today we have a really cool project. Is that right, Mr. Machine?
Yes, and a very, very hot one in the DeFi space.
Right. It's called
UniLend?
UniLend Finance. Is that right? So we have with us the CEO and co-founder of UniLend Finance, Chandresh Aharwar. Chandresh, thank you very much for being here today, man. Actually, where are you in the world? How are you doing?
Yeah. So thanks a lot, guys. First of all, for inviting me here. So currently I am in Bangalore, India. And yeah, I am doing good, but the situation in India is slightly difficult due to COVID, and we have a lot of people supporting and fighting the cause. So things are getting better day by day. So yeah, we are doing good, but need support. The complete Indian, population needs support from the world. So thank
Yeah.
you.
We wish you the best, man. We wish you. I mean, the country has gone through a lot of suffering, right, through time.
Yeah,
So we really wish the best for you, man, and for your people, indeed. Yeah. But
yeah,
you
thank
guys are
you.
very strong, very resilient. So we know that you will bounce back. You will do fine.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah,
Thank you,
yeah,
and thanks for to people like you. So please give us a little bit of your background. How
yeah.
did you get into all this DeFi space? What happened with you? A little bit of your background, your whole life.
Mhm. Yeah, so I am born and brought up in one of the small villages in India. Did my engineering from there, and I was initially, in my early life, I was exploring different areas what I can do. So I did my engineering in computer science. Then I worked as a software developer for few years. Then I thought that I could do management much better. So I thought of doing MBA. Then I did my MBA from NITI Mumbai, which is one of the very prestigious institute, MBA Institute of India. And after that, I was exploring that what are the new innovative things which are happening in the space. And I came across blockchain. I started exploring it, and in around mid 2016, I started. Helping few projects in terms of strategy and marketing, and then in around 2019, so around one and a half year, I worked as I worked as for helping grow the complete blockchain and crypto ecosystem in India by supporting through different ways. And then in 2019 I joined Matic, which is now Polygon, as and I was leading their marketing and strategy for 1 year. And while working with Matic, I realized that there are few lending and borrowing protocols in the space, but they support very limited assets. And currently, the way decentralized finance ecosystem is growing, we definitely want more and more projects for which we will be able to support lending and borrowing. So the idea of Uniland Finance came from there, and I, along with my two other co-founders who were building a meta transaction protocol at that time, we started brainstorming on this. And this is how the Uniland Finance was born. And yeah, we have been working hard from last year, and already 6-7 months into our roadmap now.
No, fantastic. So you were talking that not a lot of assets were able to collateralize. Is that correct? So what
Yes.
assets can you collateralize with in Uniland?
Yeah, so within Uniland, so first of all, if we take the comparison, then there are few protocols like Aave Compound. The way they are built is that they are dependent on other decentralized exchanges for liquidations. So this is the major problem for them for supporting major assets. So we have our alpha protocol live, and our platform is permissionless. So just like you can understand, just like on Uniswap, anyone can come list their asset, and the trading and asset swap feature for those tokens will start. In the similar way, we want to serve the lending and borrowing. So our platform is permissionless, that any token can come, provide liquidity, and the lending and borrowing for those tokens can start.
Nice.
Got it. Yeah, I mean, that's a great sneak
Mm,
peek, right, of what you can do in UniLend. Now, for the
Mhm.
general audience, can you just break down what is UniLend in very simple terms, right, and what it does?
Mhm. Yes, so if like you can, there are two ways you can imagine. You can imagine Uniland as a combination of Uniswap plus Aave. Okay, so we have, just like imagine that Aave is dependent on Uniswap and other dexes for liquidation. So what we have done, we have our own dex, and we have our own lending and borrowing platform, and both are integrated with each other. So based on the liquidity which is available on our decentralized exchange, we are going to allow the capacity for lending and borrowing. So for simple audience, you can imagine, you can say Uniland is a Uniswap for lending and borrowing, and you can imagine it in a way that Uniland is a combination of Uniswap and Aave too.
mm, okay, okay, okay. So you have talked about a number of ways that you have differentiate from similar projects, right? Are there any other differences that you can come up with that you can think of?
Mhm. So yeah, I mean, basically, see, what we are doing is we are building a complete ecosystem, right? So there are uh, on Uniland, there are some other teams also which are building, and we are soon coming up with a very big grant also for projects and developers, for motivating them to build on our platform. So I mean, see, our major goal is to allow things permissionlessly. So we have also figured out that flash loans has a lot of use cases, and currently like Aave, the 50% of the market income which Aave has is from flash loans, and they support flash loans for limited assets, because that is what that is what is possible currently. So what we have done, we have launched our protocol where we are allowing the flash loans also in a permissionless manner. So this is just an example. I mean, we have just started. There are so many things which we are researching currently, and we want to we want to provide that synergy. We want to figure out the inefficiencies which are there in the decentralized finance space currently, and we are working towards bridging the gap continuously. So just like I mentioned, we also launch this protocol where users can come stake their token, and based on that staking pool, we are allowing the flash loans to happen, and our flash loans are 3x more cheaper in terms of gas cost. And at the same time, the fees for flash loan is 0.05%, whereas for Aave the fees is 0.09%. So we are one of the teams which believes in continuously innovating. The flash loans protocol was not in our roadmap initially, but over the period of time we felt that this is one of the most needed thing in the space currently, and we went ahead and made it live. So just to answer your question in short, that we are a complete ecosystem. You will keep on hearing a lot of new things, lot of innovations which will keep happening from our side, and this is just the start for us.
That sounds really nice, and this is something I love about the DeFi space. And we continuously hear, like different co-founders of projects, how DeFi, it's in such an infancy, right? That we are creating technology and platforms, but we actually don't know how, like where they are heading, right? In the next year, 3 years,
Mhm.
5 years, a lot of use cases will just happen as we use technology, as we develop new platforms, right?
Yes.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you're talking about ecosystem, and that's another thing that I love about the DeFi space. Can you tell us a little bit more about your partners, who has shown interest, who you're working with? Like, tell us a
Mhm,
little bit more about that ecosystem and who are the players
mhm.
in
Yeah.
them.
So yeah, so when when we started, we did the data crunching, and we realized that there is more than 50% of the market which is not tapped into. So I am talking about 6 7 months back, when the Ethereum price was around 300 $350. So during that time, when we did the number crunching, we realized that more than 50% of the market cap is not tapped into DeFi. Like, there are more than 6,000 plus ERC20 assets currently, and out of that, only 30 plus assets are supported by major lending and borrowing protocols. So we already knew that the market which we are tapping into is huge, and we don't have any competitor in the space currently. So that is the first part. But when we went into the market, as we are a permissionless protocol, like we can list any ERC20 asset. So we after talking to a lot of other teams, we realized, like, we were talking to mirror protocol team, and they have this synthetic assets for major stocks like Facebook, Amazon, Google, Tesla. They have the synthetic assets for all the stocks, and as these are the ERC20 assets, we will be able to list those assets also. Then there are some other use cases which we came across, like one of our partners is Injective Protocol. So with them also, we realized that there is a lot of synergy which can be derived. Then there are some projects like Unreal Finance. They are building the future yields on top of UniLend platform. So I mean, if I if I talk about the complete ecosystem and partners, then the list is huge. Like, we are listed on Binance, we are listed on WazirX. There are partners like Blue Zale and Cyberfi. So we have a long list of partners. We are working together, and everyone is contributing in different spaces. So some of the partners, like, they are building a automation layer on top of UniLend, like I mentioned, Unreal Finance, Cyberfi, Blue Zale. Then there are some of the partners which are helping us with bringing liquidity on our platform. So we have close collaboration with exchanges like CoinDCS, Provit, where they plan to provide liquidity to our platform. Then there are certain areas, certain projects we have partnered with, who want their synthetic assets to get more and more traction. So they will also be launching lending and borrowing of their synthetic assets on our platform. So yeah, I mean, there are different categories, and the list is long. Like, I guess we have more than 50 partners at the moment.
I think that's the sign of a very strong project, right, Machine?
Exactly. I mean, 50 plus partners, that just represents how many moving parts there are to
Yeah.
this whole DeFi ecosystem.
Mhm.
Now, you kept mentioning like synthetics and all these different, flash loans and options. So,
Mhm.
how is this related to DeFi modularism, which you kind of talk about like in your, thought leaderships and blogs and all of that?
Mhm. Oh, sorry, I didn't hear the question properly.
Yeah, so UniLend talks about like DeFi modularism and how beyond just simple tokens, there's synthetics, there's
Mhm.
derivatives, and all of these I would
Mhm.
say, uh, things you can trade, right, or transact
Mhm.
on
Mhm.
DeFi. So can you kind of
Mhm.
explain more about this concept and how it's related to the core proposition of UniLend
Mhm.
itself?
Mhm. Yeah, so see, like, one word which I mean, so simple concept, like, take example of Uniswap. Okay, Uniswap is a permissionless platform. Then we have other platforms like Aave, Compound. They are not permissionless platform. So the overall, the bigger synergy and the bigger effort which we as a team is putting in, is that we want to have the lending and borrowing market in a permissionless way. Now when you do anything in a permissionless way, there are obviously, there are some negative sides also to it, there are some positive sides also to it. Like in a permissionless way, anyone will be able to come and list their token, so we don't control if any random or scam token comes and list on our platform. But just like, it is there on Uniswap, it will be there on our platform also. So when you mentioned synthetic assets and all this other assets which are there in the form of ERC20, what we have seen, like currently if you hold Tesla stock or if you buy anything, there are currently no yields which you will be able to generate out of it currently in the stock market, in the traditional market. But what happens with blockchain and with this complete ecosystem, that that the trustless lending and borrowing, the decentralized and permissionless features which the blockchain technology presents to the complete world, there are so many synergies which we are able to derive. Like let's say you hold Tesla stock on blockchain, and there is a demand, like someone wants to borrow. I feel like the Tesla stock will grow a lot in value, I want to borrow Tesla stock. Or if there is very high yield which I figured out I will be able to generate from some stock, but I don't have money to buy it, or I have some other tokens which I don't want to sell them and have this thing. So basically there are so many possibilities which blockchain and decentralized finance is offering to all these sectors, that the efficiencies are getting more and more, so many projects coming and innovating. And we also have fair launch system where the complete community can come and take part into it. So with all these innovations, we feel like that the synergies are getting derived. Yeah.
Okay. It sounds to me, and please correct me, guys, your project, your whole ecosystem, it's a little bit more geared towards the more sophisticated user and investor. Am I right?
Uh, no, I mean, anyone can come and use it. Like if you are a Uniswap user, if you are a Avi user, if you know how to do transaction on MetaMask, if you understand how the lending and borrowing works,
Hmm.
you are our customer. And in terms of customer, people also say that if I don't have the assets, I am like, if I don't own cryptocurrency, I am not going to be a customer for many protocols. But for us, it is like all the users which are there on Ethereum chain, all the users which are there on Binance Smart Chain, and other chains which we plan to support too, all those users are our customers. So if you hold any currency and it is supported on our platform, you are going to be our customer. But yeah, I mean, we are in the highly innovating space where we expect our customers to understand the risk involved, and at the same time they understand how does blockchain work and are very comfortable with that.
Okay. Okay. So, thanks a lot for the correction. Very nice.
Mhm.
Very nice. Now, as you have said over and over as well about community, right? It's very
Mhm.
important for all these DeFi projects to build the communities, sustain,
Yeah.
maintain, right? Grow, um, get traction with and excite, right? Uh,
Mhm.
what would you like, or what would be the message right now for all the people that are going to watch this video, also for the Chinese market? Like, what would be the
Mhm.
message? How could the community help you? How are you going to, I mean, you have explained plenty of how your project is going to help them. So what would be
Mhm.
your message?
Mhm. So see, my message is very simple for the complete community, that we are ultimately making a protocol that based on the supply and demand, users will be able to utilize their assets. Like currently, let's say if you hold any XYZ token currently, and it is not possible to lend it or stake it on any platform. With our platform, with our permissionless listing, those things will be possible. So do keep an eye onto our platform, and you will with over the time you will be able to realize that there is something definitely on our platform from which you will be able to interact and earn some yield, earn some profit. So yeah, I mean, this is something you should not definitely miss. Yeah.
I
Got
like
it.
that.
Yeah. This is really great. Because there's so many things here, right? I just want to maybe pick one example.
Mhm,
Liquidity mining is, obviously
mhm,
very hot in the community. Everyone wants to generate yields, and it can be very simple or it can be very complex. Now, with
mhm,
liquidity farming comes with its very, problems for that. Now, with UniLend's fusion farming, can you describe what this is and how it works and what are the benefits for the
mhm.
farmers?
Yes, so see, fusion farming was basically our initial idea, where we had this thought, like anyone who is coming and interacting with our protocol. So let's say if we have a pair of odds currently, where you can stake odds and you will be able to earn the yield out of it. But what we wanted to do, that if any user is coming and let's say staking UFT, he will be able to yield farm UFT. At the same time, he will be able to yield farm odds also, and the same thing goes for other tokens. So this is one of the techniques which we wanted to implement initially. We haven't done it yet, we might do it in near future. So this is one of the functionality which we wanted to introduce to our users, where if they want to have exposure to more tokens, they have that possibility by staking or holding a single token. So it is like fusion farming is like farming more than one token by staking a single token.
Got it. Got it. Yeah, I think that's a very convenient feature, right? Because you don't want to
Yes.
keep going in and out. Doing cross
Mm,
chain can be very
mm,
complex for most people. So yeah, I
mm,
think a very much needed feature. Now, is this related to what you guys call like the meta transactions? And if it's not, can you just
mm.
describe what that is?
Yes, so meta transaction, like everyone must be seeing that the fees on Ethereum chain are going very high. Okay, so the transaction fees itself cost a lot of money. So the idea which we had, which we want to implement is like, if you use Binance Exchange, okay, you can see if you hold BNB, you get 25% discount on trading fees if you are holding BNB and paying fees in BNB. So on the Ethereum chain with Meta, so Meta transaction basically means you can send transaction on Ethereum chain without paying gas fees in Ethereum. You can pay gas fees in any other token which you hold or tokens you are sending. So Meta transaction helps you do that. On top of that, we wanted to have this feature, just like other major exchanges are might be having, where users are incentivized to pay fees in UFT, and we will implement this with our meta transaction feature.
Got it.
Cool. Um, could you? I mean, you already talked about some of the things you're working at,
Mhm,
working right now. Could you tell us a little bit more, very quickly, about the roadmap that you have
mhm,
ahead?
mhm. Yeah, so currently, like when we have launched our staking plus flash loan protocol already, and currently, if you see in the spaces, there are multiple staking providers, but the capital they are holding, they are not generating any revenue out of it, whereas on our platform we are generating revenue through flash loans, and 70% of the fees goes to the stakers, and 30% of the fees goes to a pool, where out of that we buy UFT, and those UFTs are ultimately burned. So this was slightly at later stage in our roadmap, but we felt like that this thing is needed at the moment. And at the same time, we also want liquidity when we launch our flagship product of lending and borrowing. So our alpha protocol of our major of our flagship protocol is already live. At the same time, we have also launched this flash loan protocol, which we haven't promised in our roadmap till now. So going forward, we want to focus on supporting more chains. Like currently we are live on Ethereum, but we want to support Binance Smart Chain also, we want to support Polygon also. So all these things will happen over the period of time, and at the same time we want to have more liquidity logged into our protocol. So we will be reaching out to more projects in terms of launching their staking and flash loan on our protocol, so that when we launch the lending and borrowing, the major protocol, the user experience has to be smooth, and more liquidity is needed for that. So that is what we are aiming for currently, to have sufficient liquidity on our protocol. And uh, and when we launch our major protocol, it will support good, and at the same time we want the innovations to keep on happening. That is why we are coming up, one big grant also, in near future, where we will motivate lot of developers and a lot of teams to build different use cases around the flash loan product, which we already have made live. And India and the complete Asia, I believe, has a huge developer talent, and we want to motivate them. So that is why we are planning to arrange multiple hackathons, different competition events for developers, where they can come and innovate, and at the same time also get rewarded for their work and whatever support they need from our side.
It's beautiful, man. I like it. So we almost run out of time now. First
Mhm.
of all, thank you so much for being here. The second one is an offer, is an invitation. We don't want to be the channel that just like gets new projects, talks about them, and forgets about them forever. We want to follow up in 3 months, 6 months, 1 year,
Mhm.
so people can like be part of your growth and your success. Would that be something that interests you?
Yeah, yeah, definitely. I would love to join you guys again and share more progress. Hopefully, we will have much more progress and lot of TVL logged into our protocol when we do the next interview.
Yeah, that's awesome, man. So
Yeah.
anything else, Hikaru?
No, I think we covered a lot in a lot of different topics.
Yeah,
Yeah.
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 It was really interesting. Thanks a lot, really, for your time, Chandresh. Thanks for your explanations. They were on point. They were like, it cannot be that simple or that short. That we understand. It's just the nature of what we're talking about. But thank you very much for a great effort. We wish you the best for your project, and we wish India the best. Seriously, like all the best for you guys, and you'll recover very soon. Thank you very much.
Thank
Thanks
you.
a lot.
Thanks, Anders. Take care.
Thank you.
Have a beautiful day,
Thank.
bro.
Bye bye.
Machine. Thoughts, bro.
Yeah. One thing that stood out to me is again this project, right, is very early, but the
Mm.
traction is quite impressive. I think 50 plus partners already.
Yeah, that's
So
great.
I just feel that they're moving at lightning speed, faster than the crypto market itself, which is
Which
a
is
bold thing
quite
to say.
impressive
Yeah,
already.
yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah, I like it. I think this we are about to launch a new series, right, with the human and machine, which is going to be "Will the Human Understand?" So I think this episode especially has given us a lot of materials to talk about, like when we explain all these different terms like modularism, like what else was the
There was like a
flexible
flash
derivative,
loans.
yeah,
Yeah,
flash loans, yeah. But that's kind of the easy one, right? Because you still can relate to in the real world to what flash loan really is, but there's so many technicism on this one.
exactly. That's the thing. Like we only just scratched the surface
Mm.
of what UniLend can do,
Yeah,
and I feel that yeah, it's very important to really talk about the possibilities of each one because the deeper you go, you're like, oh my gosh, this really is the next big thing, right? So
yeah, yeah.
yeah.
I feel like in a few years, right, each one of these things will become so vertical, right? Not on the technology alone, but on the use cases we're going to see happening over and over.
Exactly. So another thing that stood out to me is again he was saying that UniLend is kind of like the Uniswap and the Aave.
Hmm,
So
hmm.
that reminds me of one how simple it would be to use for like beginners, right?
Correct.
Or it can be very just advanced and deep for people who use Aave. So I think the range of what it offers caters to everyone, whether you're brand new or you're a veteran in the DeFi industry.
Yeah, true.
Yeah.
For me, the one point of opportunity and the one uh, not problem, but I think they really have to be spot on with their marketing.
Yeah, like you said, there it is not easy to just simply say, right, what all of you do. So I think enough with enough education, right, the industry will catch up, and it's really about constantly, notifying and educating the community.
Yeah,
Yeah,
indeed, indeed. But again, another really, really good project,
exactly. Yeah,
right? Unlike 2017, right? The projects were so weak, but there was so much money thrown at them. I think this is kind of the reverse. I mean, there's a lot of money wanting to invest, right? But this time, projects have learned, and they are not just like getting bloated with lots and lots of cash.
exactly. Yeah, again, no, these are projects with working products,
Mm,
real community.
mm.
So yeah, I cannot wait to see how they evolve in the next few months to years.
Yeah, yeah, very, very interesting. So Hikaru, machine, thanks a lot, buddy.
Thank you, T.
Mhm. So thank you very much, everyone. Again, like it, share it, subscribe, do whatever you have to do to stay in touch with us. Things are just going to get better. Again, this week we're starting a new series, so we hope you guys follow it and just send us questions. Like if you read stuff, you listen to stuff that you don't understand, just say, "What is this? Can you go back to this and explain what it means or the context of or whatever it is that you need?" Some help, right? So we can help you guys understand more this world and profit from it. From Hikaru,
And T.
thank you very much. See you next time.
See ya.
Bye.